Welcome to this episode of DIY3DTech.com. In this episode, we're going to be looking at this new design I came up with in my never-ending quest to organize my shop since it's the dead of winter here in Michigan. I whipped up this little bad boy in OpenSCAD. So, kind of long story short, I used some bend algorithms, and you can see I still got a little bit of stringing. It's fresh off the printer. Bend in algorithms to make this, and I used my pegboard code to make this, and then I brought these together actually in Tinkercad. It was pretty simple. It was just easier to do it that way, and then this way I can slide this piece back and forth without a lot of effort to kind of create this. And now this again puts some back pressure, because one of the pieces I want to take, like this Cobalt tool case, and put it in here. Now see, this holds pressure against it, and I put a couple of these pins. I've got both long and short pins will be out there on Thinigiverse that'll pop in here and actually hold the case in there, and you slide the case in and out, and just like that. And guess what, if we want to go with a bigger case like this tool case, I can do the same for this Curtis tool case. And again, this is about 75 millimeters across, so easily handle even this larger case on a pegboard. So pretty flexible. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of these up on Thinigiverse, where I vary the distance here, so it kind of makes the pressure point come closer to cinch here. I'm going to leave them all about 75 millimeters wide, because that seems to be a pretty good width, and then just modify this depth here. So I'll have this out on Thingiverse for you guys, and you can download it, go ahead and print it. I printed these out of PLA. They print very nice. Simply print on their side like this, and it does a good job. No supports, nothing like that, no brim, nothing. Highly recommend a PEI surface, and sticks to it no problem. Now these guys, I print a little bit slower. I print these guys around 40 millimeters a second, just so I get a pretty good fit. There'll be two versions. There'll be a short version, and then there'll be this longer version out there, depending upon the pegboard and everything, your situation. Now, another thing with these pins, you can also change these in the slicer itself. So if they're not kind of working to your needs, again, just adjust the scaling in the slicer to make them fit your needs. I think that's one of the things that a lot of people overlook. You can really use the scaling feature of a slicer to kind of adapt things. Now, it would be a little bit harder with these, because these holes here are lined up to go into a pegboard, so you change the scaling, these holes aren't going to line up. However, for something sort of amorphous like these pins, works very well just to use the slicer to kind of fine-tune them to your needs, because all pegboards are a little bit different. So that's why I did a longer version and also a shorter version. Most of these I've been trying to make at a width of about 3 millimeters, and that seems to be plenty to kind of hold everything. So again, I'm really happy with the looks and how this turned out altogether. So anyways, this is out on Thingiverse. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you follow me on Thingiverse. Got a ton of stuff out there, put a ton of stuff out there regularly, as well as content here. So Swag Shop will be up there. Subscribe over there if you're not a subscriber. Please do put out regular content. Also, hit me up in comments below. Is there something you'd like to see me design? Or is there questions about design you would like me to answer? If there is, there's always a comment below. See you guys in the next video. Cheers.
Please click like below and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date on